afternoon, and welcome to this session. My name is Martin Wanjohi, and I'll be taking you through this session. The title for today's session is Growing Your HR Career, the Emerging Options. And to start us off, I want to straight go to my screen share and look at what are the emerging trends? What are we seeing in the HR field? So this is a lunch and learn on the 4th of July, 2020. And apologies, the initial session failed due to technical hitches. And so I decided to record this video and share with you. So thank you and for your patience. And now to dive deep into the session, just a brief introduction. My name is Martin Wanjohi. I have over 18 years work experience in the telecoms, in the motor vehicle, lead generation, and in learning and development. To set this clear, right, I am not in the HR profession, but I'm in the cousin profession, which is talent development. I am a certified instructor, certified instruction designer, and also e-learning instruction design. I have a love for people development and we like seeing people succeed in what they do. And I am privileged to be head of learning at High Performance Africa. So straight to our session, when I was looking at the core HR functions, there seems not to be an agreement about how many exactly there are. Some will say 12, some will say 5, but you will find it's an amalgamation of some of the functions. So, but then when we look at it, there's some challenges HRs are having today. And this is due to change in technology, change in people demographics, team-based organization, failing engagement, the times you are in, where we are now have to have diversity and inclusion. Culture is changing. We have about 5 generations in the workplace, and then attracting and growing leaders. So with all these challenges, then it helps us to find where do we grow our career within HR. And just to look at the 12 functions, I'd look at 12 because that's more. And this is what we've been doing for quite a while. And the emerging options are not anything new, but they lie within these areas. And just to look at these key areas, the human resource planning, what are the subsets within HR planning, human resource planning, and what skills are required? Now, within HR, human resource planning, we will find that we have work motion studies, we have productivity, we have skills gap analysis, we have performance gap analysis, and the skills that are required within there. And this, you have to be intentional about acquiring them. When you look at performance management, when I last looked at performance management in February, there was a conclusion that performance appraisal is equal to performance management, which is actually not the case. Performance management is way broader than that. And you look at performance, human performance improvement, human performance engineering, and then we need to acquire these skills to broaden our knowledge around and performing the task of performance management. When you look at learning and development, if you survey the course outline of at both a diploma and at university level, and you look at what HR is taught within L&D, you'll find it's a small fraction of the learning and development area. Now, learning and development and performance management are my key areas. So within learning and development, you would have the administration of learning, which is what mainly lies in HR. And then there is the design, the development, and the delivery or implementation of learning. And then there is the evaluation. Now, those are key areas that you can, as a HR professional, pursue. And with a background in HR, there would be more value to the organization that would be taking you on board. Career planning. Now, career planning, to plan careers, you need to help employees plan their careers, you need to have a robust competency framework. So within this area, there's the opportunity of creating and developing competency frameworks as well as applying them. So these are some of the areas I've seen that are coming up and which HR need to position themselves. Now, just to share, last week, a role came out for performance management. It was advertised, and it required accounting skills. Now, we all understand that performance management lies within HR. So question for me was, why does this organization require accounting skills? So some of these things, yes, they lie in HR, but we need to develop our skills to be able to fit right into them. Now, within the human resource planning, we've just discussed areas of work study, work motion studies, productivity, strategy, because a plan of action needs to be executed. So the knowledge and skills of strategy are key for HR. Performance management. Now, within performance management, yes, we need the skills of supervising, performance appraisal. But then we need to further this to be able to look at KPI formulation, human performance improvement. This will give us an edge when it comes into performance management. Yes, performance management lies within HR, but we need more than just being able to conduct performance appraisal. The opportunity here lies within the human performance technology. Now, this is a whole branch of performance where it looks at the other human performance factors and the interventions that can be implemented to improve performance. Within the learning and development area, there is instruction design, there is delivery of training programs. Now, most people who end up in training end up by sharing their knowledge, rather a manager believing that they know something which they can teach the others, and thus their career in training and development starts. But also within L&D, there are quite a number of areas. The broader practice is talent development, which lies right from designing instruction, delivering instruction, measuring and evaluation, also big areas for people who are interested in L&D. The other area is strategy execution, being able to formulate a strategy and developing KPIs and also developing a performance measure. Our definition at iPerformance of performance management is actually looking at the contribution of each employee into the strategy of the organization. This is an area that HR would do well in and actually does well. And the route to strategy execution would be through the balanced scorecard. Culture. Now, culture is also a big area. Yes, every strategy needs a culture that is supporting it. Now, being able to conduct a culture audit, being able to identify the culture required by the organization, and then making the change. So managing change is also another key skill area that is another emerging area. Yes, it is old, it has been there for a while, but the ability to manage change from various perspectives, not just the technology side, but also the culture, the strategy, and every strategy requires change. So this is an area that you could be looking in. And all these areas I'm talking about have courses, have certifications, have learning paths to them. Process management, another key area. Now, when you look at performance management, one of the factors is the organizational factors. And within the organizational factor, we have process management. So being able to identify the processes within each department, being able to identify the input and the output of each process, and into which department's outputs are another department's input. This is a whole field that is ripe for exploration. So my goal for this was, again, also here we have competency frameworks. Now this looks at what skills are required within what roles in the organization. This is ripe for creating succession plans, for learning and development paths for employees and also for yourself, and also your career path. Competency frameworks give you or outline the skills and that you require and at what level to fit into a role. So these are some of the areas that I believe are emerging options for the HR professionals and worth looking into. And at High Performance, we provide these learning programs through our learning platform, www.talentdevelopmentacademy, tdacademy.co.ke. You can review what courses we have and map your career. And then as I was looking through the registrations, I saw we have a mix with a larger population being 1 to 5 years, and the lowest being the 10 to 15 years. So again, is exploring. If you have a coach, I would recommend talk to your coach. If you don't have a coach, you're free to reach out to me, and just to map out what are the possible directions your career can go. And as we have seen, there are quite a number. Yes, you can be a generalist or you can decide to be a specialist, but it is always good to have various options, be skilled in quite a number of areas, take time to develop the skills. So thank you very much. And in case you have any questions, don't be shy to reach out to me. My email is martin@highperformanceafrica.com, or you can reach me on WhatsApp, 0722-163-053, also available through all the various groups on WhatsApp. So thank you very much, and have a great evening.